Welcome to a Minecraft playthrough where I see how many days in a row I can play the game. So consider leaving a like on the video and let's see what we get up to today. It is another beautiful day here in Forevercraft, and in today's episode I want to continue to work on our new house that we have started to develop along the lagoon over here. You can see that we have some stone making an upper pathway, and then we've also made our own pathway leading into the terrain in this direction here that leads up upon a really cool looking staircase out of granite and some waxed copper along with some mud bricks. And we are still in the process of building this. But while we talk and build today, I wanted to discuss how I learn from other Minecraft YouTubers, along with how you can learn and things that I have learned and things that you can learn from other Minecraft YouTubers, because through watching over the years, I've been able to just really apprehend and be able to understand a lot more about the game. And one of the big things that I want to start us off with as we start to lead our way up here is that be okay with making mistakes, not only when it comes down to playing and making some sort of commentary like I happen to be doing right here, but also when it comes down to playing the game. And if you don't have a build, or if you have a build that you're not fully satisfied with, that is okay, even if you don't end up changing it, because that is a point in time of where you're at in your world when playing Minecraft. And I think so many of us really enjoy the elements of the game that allow for us to just be expressive, but sometimes when you're watching a lot of YouTube, you can be overwhelmed by the maybe skill set or the just quality of the builds, and I have been there myself, but I think that I've also learned from hearing how all of these YouTubers that, a lot of whom I look up to, and even some of whom I'm friends with and have communicated with, we all seem to get in our heads when it comes down to having, good builds or being really proud of them and that sort of thing. And we all give each other the advice to just be proud of where you're at this point in time, and you're not competing against anyone else, but you're just competing against yourself if you are competing at all. And so I really do try to keep that in mind, and I would like to start off the episode by sharing that, along with, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Slip. I live on this Forevercraft world where this is the North Knife Ranch that we have over here, and we are starting to finally work on our second build, which I think is super exciting, but it does seem like we need a couple more of these materials, a bit more of our bricks, although we don't have too many more. And we also need some crimson, which I may have ran out of, which could be a bummer. I might not be able to totally finish the roof. So we're going to have to go on an expedition, but yes, this is a fun experience for me as well, to be able to kind of build in real time with you guys, because this is something that is new, being able to do a commentary and also do the thinking when it comes down to the building. It looks like we need some mangrove and some stripped wood as well, so maybe we're not totally prepared for everything. But the second thing that I wanted to discuss when it comes down to learning from other Minecraft YouTubers is that your world is also not just blocks that are being placed, but a story that you can make out of it. And I think that you can see that very clearly by watching other Minecraft YouTubers. I think I also, am a Minecraft YouTuber, so I can be a testament to this as well. When you're making content for YouTube, that's actually, what day are we on? Day 14,482 here in Forevercraft. As you're making YouTube videos, as you produce a YouTube video or something, a video or something to share to other people, and you're able to really see, really be able to craft a story that is shared with other people. And being able to do that and build with that intention, I think is actually something that makes your love of the game. Oh, guys, I don't know if we're going to be able to build right now. We don't have all of the materials that I want. Guess we need some mangrove as well. Give me a second. Okay, let's put some of these materials away for the time being, and we might have to, yeah, go get a couple different things. That's more than okay. Anyway, um, building and share with the thought of sharing it with other people in the world or in the universe, through the internet or in real life or any of those things, it gives you a different idea of how to play the game, I would say. Like, this is all my own creative vision of how I want this lagoon area to kind of fit and come together, if that makes sense. But it's also so much more invigorated by the fact that I have all these wonderful people like Cobb and Plato and Panda and Blaney all around me that I can be inspired by and with, and be able to build with the intention of not only showing them in the game, but also being able to show all of you guys through the videos. And so I think that if it hadn't ever been for Minecraft YouTube and YouTubers, I would say, I don't think I ever would have been inspired to really storytell and world build in this game. I think I probably would have been limited to just building a house and going through the 2 week phase and that sort of thing. So I think a huge aspect of, even my perspective on how I look at building and playing in the game as a canvas, like an artistic platform to share with other people, the more I can, get inspiration through real life, because I can just implement that into the world, which probably brings me on my third point too, which is, YouTubers have taught me to bring my own real life and inspiration into the world, whether it be our dogs that we have right here through you guys. We have Dakota, and we also have Marnie over here. And, even the idea of the North Knife Ranch being from a childhood memory of me traveling a long time ago. Like, this is, something that I'm very fond of now, because I enjoy having that real life element to it. And I don't even know what I'm going with right here, but that's okay. But like, being able to take the inspiration from real life and be able to implement that into the world, I think I just would have made a build, where like you guys don't know the final product of this area, but it's going to look supernatural with like a completely natural pond and that sort of thing. And it's going to look completely different in like the best way possible, in my personal opinion. And so, even all the real life features where we have signs to commemorate different sorts of areas and, even people, and even as of recently being able to have this bed that we have in the world. Why don't we set our respawn point so that if anything happens, we can actually go back and respawn over there. But let's also head into, okay, good. Okay. We have definitely some more mangrove, which is what we need right here. The question though is I might have to, you guys might have to come with me. Yeah, I think we might have to go into the Nether very quickly during this episode, just so that we can get a bit more of the crimson blocks that we need. Oh, okay. I did not expect to be doing this in today's episode, but here we go, all in the name of getting progress done for this next build, where I still have to think a bit more about who I want to commemorate it to. Oftentimes, I like to commemorate it to either other people that I know in the Minecraft universe, or just kind of, other like channel members or like supporters and like that sort of thing. So we'll have to see what happens. But I have a lot of ideas about the other sorts of builds that I want to put into this area, along with, I feel like I've mentioned, hopefully I have, I think in a past video, Cobb ended up putting the end portal down here, but I am going to come around and probably put like a gazebo or something in this area, which I am pretty excited about doing, if I'm being honest. Some sort of like tower build, maybe. I don't know if I want it to be too intrusive. I do like the simplicity of that one build on the hill, but at the same time, I could do a whole lot with the custom kind of, I don't know, terraforming that I've done in terrain building. And so I could do something with it. We'll have to see. But anyway, as we kind of stumble upon Panda's area right here, you'll actually see that if we head down into the cave, we have, this could be one of my horses. I have no idea. You have to name tag some of them. think that that would be a good idea. But we do have the Nether right here, so we can hop through the portal. And I always think that I'm going to crash, but we will be able to make our way down through here, as you can see. And oh, I think Play-Doh actually ended up making like a dispenser or like a dropper. It has a birch boat, just like that. That's good to know. I do know that I also have one right there, so I'm going to try not to use that one so that we can continue to use that. But I do think that that is a new sort of tool that we have actually in the world right there. So very exciting, and we can place down our boat. We actually are not going to go too far. You can see that the Crimson Wastes, or I don't know what the name of the biome is. I think that's the name of the biome is right here. So as long as we can find a safe enough way to get through here without going through the lava, all I need to do is to head in here and just to grab a couple more of these crimson, or the warped, what's it called? the crimson stems. And the good news is I can actually be really comfortable doing this right now because we have a mob switch on in the server, so I don't have to worry about any mobs coming in. And so I think that we'll probably just get like 3 trees worth. And as you can see, we also have this massive ice bridge that Cobb mainly has been, I think, the builder of doing, but Play-Doh has been expanding it recently. And I think I like it how it is. I wonder if in a couple of like different tunnel spots, if I end up expanding it somewhere, if I want to at some point in time, I feel like it'd be cool to really go all out on a project like that. And maybe even just do a couple of projects in the Nether. And I don't think I would ever say that, but I am speaking aloud and just kind of thinking about it. And if we have a mob switch on just like this, like the Nether actually is kind of a cool, it's very soothing, guys. I've never felt safe just kind of just like walking around in here. So kind of the beauty of playing in Minecraft. And I think that that can bring us into our next point of, learning with and from other Minecraft YouTubers. If you do not know Play-Doh Storm, he is the founder and the beginner. This is his survival world, and we're able to play on it together and that sort of thing. And so if you haven't taken a look at his channel, definitely take a look at it. But he has been doing a very consistent sort of playthrough like I'm doing right now. And he ended up mentioning in one of his videos that we have this mob switch, which was made by Cobb, another member of the server, I think a couple of months ago. And once you get used to that, like I'm starting to get used to just not having any mobs on the server right now, it actually opens your eyes as to ways to play Minecraft. And what I mean by that is I am technically kind of playing in peaceful mode for the first time, and I started playing Minecraft with a hardcore runs in many different hardcore kingdoms, which you can actually see if you really dig deep down into my channel. You can see tons of hardcore playthroughs, and actually even 1,000 days in hardcore Minecraft. So I started with a huge challenge to the game, and then I eventually joined SMPs and got used to even dying in the game, and became comfortable with that and got to enjoy the fun that you can have with other people when you guys are okay with, even taking each other out in that sort of thing. And then after kind of joining Forevercraft recently, I had never played with a mob switch before. And my only kind of goal when it comes down to playing Minecraft is really just to be able to have fun and to build the most beautiful areas that I can in the world. And so I'm trying my best to do that, as you can see. And we're not doing too shabby. So when it comes down to actually having a mob switch, if the sun goes down tonight, I can enjoy the serenity. And actually, why don't we let it happen too? The sun goes down, I can just enjoy looking around this world and not have to worry about any mobs coming up. And honestly, as someone that thought that I would not want to play like that, who cares? Like for me, if I die, it is what it is. And as Plato was saying, if you want to keep your inventory on, you can enable that setting after you die. And so, just being able to play peaceful mode like this, um, allows for you to expand your horizons on how you can enjoy the game. Like if you don't like, I think phantoms can actually still spawn. I could be wrong. But if you don't like having, creepers come and blow up your places, or you don't want to have to deal with zombies and skeletons taking you down, and want to be able to actually walk around your world just like this. Imagine, I think it is time consuming, but putting something like a mob switch in your world, or even if you don't want to do that, why don't you just play on peaceful mode? And maybe you can change up your settings. Like you don't have to play, hardcore, even if it's honestly, even if it's, the thing that is getting all of the views on YouTube. Don't do that for the sake of doing it. Do what sings for you and speaks to you and allows for you to enjoy the game as much as you can. And so I think that that is pretty important when it comes down to it. Like, again, we can just walk through here. I know it can be dark sometimes, but I don't know, just to appreciate what we have going on down here with our pathway design and everything like that. Like, and we can take a step back. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear some crickets. Hopefully, I'll turn up the sound effects. Maybe actually, I know this is in the middle of the video, but why don't I bring up the volume maybe to 50 like that and take a second and see if you guys can hear it. We have the sounds of the insects. Oh, man. Yeah, it's so satisfying. And so I would never feel this because I would never experience this atmosphere in Minecraft if it wasn't for that. The ability to and allow for yourself to play whatever is the most soothing for you, and the ways that you want to play the game. And if you want to, take on the hardcore challenge, I also applaud that because I've done that as well and did enjoy that aspect and element of my life. But now it's also nice to just have this too. I feel like I'm sounding like an old man in Minecraft. But I think, just play how you want, right? Like that is the epitome of this game. You can put whatever narrative or storyline that you would ever want to into this world. And it's one of the most beautiful things about playing this game, in my personal opinion. Okay, and so we're on day 14,483. And look at that, a pretty good nether excursion so far too. I think that we're going to go and we'll take a bit more of this crimson stem. And then as much as I can, I do want to make sure that we have a good amount of most of these materials that I do think that we're going to be needing. Maybe get even more of the granite and sort our inventory just like that. And let's see. Oh, we also, I think, are going to need to, actually, no. I thought I was going to need to strip some more spruce wood, but it looks like we might be okay for right now. And let's see. It's time to get back into the building mode aspect and element of this video that we have. A couple of spruce stairs and the mangrove planks and the crimson planks too. And this build is really going to come together. I'm very excited to see how the end product ends up looking. So we can head back up here. And the next thing that I wanted to kind of talk about when it comes down to I've learned from other Minecraft YouTubers is to allow for yourself to develop scale of builds over time. Now, I know that that sounds almost counterintuitive, but I am a Minecraft YouTuber that, as you can see, is building pretty small. And this is how I play. And I know that a lot of people on Minecraft YouTube probably see the massive builds and they feel like they have to do those let's see. Okay. They feel like they have to do those things as well. And I understand, and I've been pulled in that direction, not only from the beginning of my YouTube career, but it still continued to be pulled in towards of making bigger and bigger builds, which is why we even have something like that. And I am proud of that, but I have had to work myself up to that over time. And I think that scaling yourself up to it, up to different things, being able to, learn at the pace that you're at without comparison's sake has been one of the most beneficial things for me when it comes down to Minecraft. Because not only am I getting better at building bigger things, which is a good thing, but I also know that the build style that I've made and developed over time, I like it, right? I'm proud of it. And then not everyone, maybe not everyone is always truthful with me. So I can't be 100% about it, but pretty much everyone that, I know, they seem to like and respect me as a builder. And I get plenty of people that comment and like to hear about my building. But I don't think that like I don't feel like I follow the ways that people normally build in Minecraft, if that makes sense. Like, I don't feel like I'm that traditional builder person in any sort of way. So you'll have to let me know when it comes down to that. But yeah, I've been able to learn how to build smaller builds, and eventually over time, you can develop different sort of skill sets. And Bob is a Minecraft player on the server that builds in a very sort of delineated and uniform style. And I would love to play in that sort of way, but I, I also enjoy what I've brought to the table. So instead of going to just like copy other people's builds and that sort of thing, I think that continue to iterate and learn who you are as a builder through it. And Minecraft, to me personally, really is this wonderful artistic platform, and we express ourselves differently through it. Like, you can just look around for a second. Like, if we zoom in a bit, you can see that we have Cobb's base that's right over here, and I think it's beautiful looking, right? And you can't really see the quarry, but you can also see Plato's area right here, and I love this little ranch, and we have some farmland right over to the side, and it's beautiful looking. And then we have my area right over here, and they're all different ways of, capturing ourselves in Minecraft. And so I know that all of us probably would like to be able to do even better and bigger things in Minecraft, but I think that we all do inspire each other in our own building aspects and elements. And so continue to scale up over time in ways that, are beneficial for you. And I think that the more iterations and builds and landscaping and blocks broken and placed down in your Minecraft world, the more satisfying it is for you to actually come back to that world. Like, the more progress I put into a Minecraft world, the more excited I am to always come back to it. And let me know in the comments if you do feel that way too. If you're like one of those people that if you stick with the world more, then you're more likely to keep coming back to that world, or if it's one of those things where if you stick with the world for too long, then you get too burnt out and need to do something different. I have been also hearing from a bunch of other people in terms of things that I have learned through doing Minecraft YouTube, and also even just like kind of sharing my experience, that there are a lot of people that, although I'm the sort of person that loves sticking with a world or maybe two worlds forever, there's a lot of people that just do not like doing that. And, here I am kind of sometimes being like, you should stick with one world forever. And then there's other people that are like, heck no, like that is not the way that I would ever want to play Minecraft. And so kudos to them, respect for that to them, because we all operate differently, and whatever is the way that you enjoy playing Minecraft is, again, ultimately the way that you should end up playing it. Along with another thing that I've learned through doing YouTube and through listening to other people that, and being, in communication with other people that do YouTube, is that no one ever regrets doing YouTube. Actually, that's not true. That's not totally true. No one ever regrets the skill acquisition and what they've learned through doing YouTube, I would say. At least in my personal experience. Like, I know that there are people, and I'm friends with people that have been like, you know what, YouTube, inevitably was not for me, and for X, Y, or Z reason. And I understand that. And I think that that's also something that you can learn, YouTubers, that, watching YouTube might be awesome and being a part of a YouTube community might be awesome, but it might not be for you. But at the same time, on the slip side, um, I, I do think that there's a whole lot of people, and I am a proponent of this, in terms of even just trying to really cheer on the person that would never allow for themselves to make a YouTube video, although they would want to deep down, is just to do it. Like, no one ever, in the ways that, what I want to say is, no one ever regrets the skills that they learned and the person that they became in terms of a skill set, I would say, sort of way, by doing YouTube. I'd like to think, and if you disagree, I would love to, of course, hear your opinion too. I do think that most people are like, you know what, I was able to find that, I gained some sort of ability to, express myself in some sort of way, or I had a different lens on, what it was like to edit videos, or now if I ever want to make a video for a friend or for a vacation, then I can do that. Or I ended up going public speaking, and I didn't realize how much I actually needed to hear myself on a microphone and to talk to myself on a microphone in order to be totally okay with just talking to tons of people in real life, in person, and that sort of thing. And so, I don't know, I think when it comes to that skill acquisition standpoint, I'm definitely one of those people, and I think that there are a lot of people that are like, I don't regret having pushed myself to try to do these different things. And it gives you even a different perspective when it comes down to being someone that creates things versus someone that consumes things as well, in my personal opinion. Okay, and so it seems like we're just about at the roof right here, which is a good feeling too. We have our spruce fence gates. We also need some sticks as well, and why don't we clear out our inventory a bit too, because we have just so much going on in here, and I don't think that we need all of it, at least for right now. Like, even we have 2 stacks of our cut copper, so why don't we organize everything very quickly, and we can make some of our spruce planks right here, so that we can then get around to making some fences. And we don't need too much, but now we can make our way back up to the top and put the final touches on the roof, and actually put the infrastructure down here as well. And please do let me know. This is my first time actually building live and trying to deliver a commentary where hopefully I'm just trying to be educational and hang out with you guys and that sort of thing. This has always been on the top of, like, if Slip can actually do this, like if he can actually deliver something that is valuable to other people while building, like in terms of like, oh no, an educational commentary, and be able to make it happen. Please do let me know if you are taking value from this video. It does make a huge difference for me, and kind of encourages me to keep making these sorts of videos. And I have been loving them. I mean, here it is where it's Monday, and I just get to hang out with you guys and play some Minecraft and actually get some building done and share things that I've learned from other YouTubers. And I think that's like a beautiful thing. Along with, I've learned how to even optimize my computer. Speaking of, I have a gaming laptop, and I've been able to play with so many people that you can see on my gaming laptop while recording. And even if you can see I'm doing a flashback mod cinematic, is able to actually handle everything that we have going on, which I think is pretty impressive. And if you would like to take a look at the mods that I use, Play-Doh Storm, who actually is linked in the description, does have a mod pack that you can take a look at, and it's the exact same mods that I happen to use. And boom, we're at 30 minutes, but I think I want to give you guys one more tip, and I do also want to put on the final touches. I don't think we have any flowers or anything like that. That's okay, but we're going to head back up to the top and put a couple of these lanterns on and a couple of these pots as well. And I think the last kind of tip that I wanted to share that I've learned from other Minecraft YouTubers is just to enjoy the process of playing in Minecraft. That is a funny thing because a lot of the ins and outs of, at least I think, starting Minecraft YouTube, there is always kind of a feeling, in my personal opinion, of like, I need to have this type of awesome video, like 10 out of 10, like incredible video. I need to have it out, by this time, and I need to do this all the time. And I am one of those people that have caught up into spending so many hours, just spending my entire life doing the thing, just playing Minecraft. And I still love doing that in like a fun sort of sense, but I think that in order to enjoy Minecraft, you have to enjoy a bit of the grind as well. You have to enjoy the ASMR and the block placing and the fact that these builds and these projects actually don't get done in one day, even if you see them come together in 15 seconds. Like this build has taken me now 2 days, and I've spent multiple hours of my life doing this and the preparation for it and the organizing of the materials, and we're nowhere near done. This is, as you can see, still such a flesh of the build that we have. And that is, notable, and it takes a lot of that discipline to keep doing this and, to enjoy doing it. And the only way to enjoy doing it is to enjoy the process of doing it. I really do strongly believe that. If you just keep looking for the next thing and the next thing, and you're not able to enjoy a bit of the in-between, even if you're just making content for like money's sake and that sort of thing, eventually it's gonna fatigue for you, and it's gonna be too much. And I know that for me, and I think that if you're still watching this video, and if you know anyone that I know and am friends with in this community, we are not here at the end of the day to, but to end all be all, have to have, those extrinsic or external factors when it comes down to playing Minecraft. It's, yes, we like having the next thing done, but we also love everything that comes down with the process of doing the thing. And that is what brings you back to it, whether it be, the skill acquisition or showing how you're developing as a person through Minecraft, or, even as a skill sort of way, or as a builder, or any of these, as a human being. So many different ways of sharing and experiencing and expressing your life through Minecraft. And, I think that if you are on a Forever server or on something like Forevercraft, which we happen to be on, that is the testament that, like, you do have to enjoy the process of doing it. For me, I'm going to be so happy tonight that I was able to sit back and hang out and do this with you guys. And this build is nowhere near done. And I'm not going to be able to finish it today. And I'm totally okay with that, because I know that when I do finish it, I'm going to be incredibly proud of what I had done. And I'm going to know that I enjoy the process of doing it along the way. If I wanted to stop doing this at any point in time, I also could stop doing it. And that's a beautiful thing. And by that, I mean move on to another project, because we are not going anywhere. As you can see, we have actually been able to do a whole ton when it comes down to filling in this area. Look at that, the final little touches that we have right here, and closing in the roof. And I do think that I'm going to leave it there for today's episode. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll have time to do anything else on this build today. Hopefully we'll have it done, but if not, then we'll continue to get a bit more of work done on this cottage that we have right here. And please do rate me. If it's not good, I'm fine with the rating. If you made it to this point in time, please let me know how my building commentary has been while kind of sharing these sort of things. Because this is hard for me. It's genuinely hard for me, but it's been fun. Hopefully we can do it again tomorrow. So anyway, my name is Slip, and if you'd ever like to get a little bit more of Forevercraft, take a look at this playlist right here.